What if everything you've ever believed about the Bible was a lie? Not just misinterpreted or mistranslated, but purposefully distorted. What if beneath the sacred verses lies a hidden code, a veiled warning encrypted in ancient myths, celestial patterns and bloodlines? What if the Bible isn't just a book of faith, but a carefully engineered roadmap designed by forces beyond human comprehension, or even human morality? This is not just a story about God and the devil. This is a story about a war for the human soul manipulated by beings we've been taught to worship, but perhaps never truly understood. From Eden to Armageddon, the Bible hides a terrifying truth. Humanity was never the center of the story. We were the experiment. The Bible opens in light, but the truth begins in shadows. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. But which God? The original Hebrew uses the word Elohim, a plural term. Not one being, but many. Ancient Mesopotamian tablets predating Genesis describe sky gods known as the Anunnaki, who descended to earth and made man in their image. Sound familiar? The Garden of Eden was not a paradise, it was a prison. Adam and Eve were not punished for sin, they were punished for awakening. The serpent, portrayed as Satan, did not lie. He revealed the truth. You will not surely die. Your eyes will be opened, and you will be like God. That moment wasn't a fall, it was a rebellion. Humanity's first act of free will. And it terrified the gods. So they cursed mankind, not out of justice, but fear. Fear of what we could become, but who really was the serpent? In ancient Gnostic texts, he is Enki, the liberator. And Yahweh? A jealous, vengeful overlord afraid of losing control. From this point forward, the Bible becomes not a tale of salvation, but of containment. Fast forward. Humanity multiplies. Civilizations bloom. But something is happening behind the scenes. The Watchers descend from the heavens. They mate with human women and produce giants. The Nephilim. The Book of Enoch, banned from the Bible, says these beings corrupted the earth with forbidden knowledge. They taught humans how to make weapons, how to use herbs, how to manipulate nature. Knowledge the gods did not approve. So what did Yahweh do? He hit reset. The flood wasn't a divine judgment, it was genetic cleansing. Noah wasn't chosen for righteousness, he was chosen for purity. Perfect in his generations, the text says. A bloodline untouched by the Nephilim and the ark. Not just a boat, a genetic vault, but the Nephilim survived. The giants reappear in Canaan in David's time. The divine experiment wasn't over. It had simply evolved. The Tower of Babel is often seen as a story of pride. But what if it was more? The people of earth spoke one language, acted as one force. They began building a tower to the heavens, not to defy God, but to reconnect with their creators. A cosmic phone call, a technological bridge, a moment of unified consciousness. But Yahweh feared what humanity could do together. Nothing will be impossible for them. So he divided them, confused their language, created tribes, borders, religions. This was not punishment. This was containment protocol. Humanity's progress was halted by design. Moses, the liberator of the Israelites. But what if the burning bush was not a miracle, but an encounter? The descriptions in Exodus are eerily technological. A bush burns but is not consumed. A voice speaks through fire and smoke. a mountain covered in thunder, lightning, and a loud trumpet sound. These aren't miracles, they're phenomena, theophanies, or manifestations of a higher intelligence. Moses is given laws and suggestions, written by the finger of God. But again we ask, which God? This one demands sacrifices, war, obedience. He slaughters the innocent and orders genocide, hardly the image of a benevolent creator. This being does not offer freedom. He demands loyalty. He is possessive, territorial, vengeful. Could Moses have been used? Chosen not to lead, but to program a chosen people? Then something shifts. A man is born who challenges everything, not just the Roman Empire, but the very religion of Yahweh. Jesus speaks of love, forgiveness, inner truth. He heals on the Sabbath. He calls God Father, not Master. He drives merchants from the temple in a direct challenge to the system. But here's the twist. Early Christian texts, the Gnostic Gospels, portray Jesus as a bringer of hidden knowledge, not just salvation. In the Gospel of Thomas, he says, "Split a piece of wood and I am there." He teaches that God is within you, that the kingdom of heaven is inside. This message is the ultimate rebellion. No more priests, no more temples, no more control. That's why he had to die. But the mystery deepens. 3 days later, his body vanishes. Witnesses claim he glowed like the sun, appeared and disappeared at will. Was he resurrected or was he extracted? Was Jesus a divine infiltrator? The serpent reborn? The Bible ends in fire. The book of Revelation is unlike any other text. Dragons, beasts, stars falling, locusts with iron teeth. It sounds like a hallucination or a download, but the symbols match ancient Babylonian astrology, Egyptian myths, and even modern alien abduction reports. John sees a new heaven and new earth, but only after total destruction. The righteous are saved, the wicked are burned. A city of light descends from the sky, New Jerusalem. But is it salvation or assimilation? The entire story of the Bible loops. Creation, rebellion, punishment, reset. Like a simulation, rebooting again and again. Are we being refined or reduced? Is Revelation a prophecy or is it a script? What if the Bible was never meant to be read literally? What if it's a blueprint for control wrapped in stories of faith? A manual from entities beyond time, orchestrating a millennia-long experiment? The God of the Old Testament demanded obedience. The serpent offered enlightenment. Jesus returned with a message of internal divinity and was silenced. And yet, the Bible still ends in conquest, in the throne of God, not the freedom of man. So ask yourself, who benefits from the obedience of billions? Who fears our awakening? And why, after all these years, are we still kept in the dark? Because maybe, just maybe, the Bible wasn't written to guide us. It was written to contain us. If you feel like something's not right, you're not alone. The truth is out there, in hidden texts, ancient myths, and forbidden knowledge. Subscribe to Doom Theory for more revelations they don't want you to hear. Comment below. Who do you think really wrote the Bible? And remember, the end was written in the beginning. We just forgot how to read it.